Yeah, thank you. We're back, and it's day number 3.
King upon my bars to throw. I vow to never drink alone. I'll only drink with friends or total strangers.
Day 3, about to complete the first whiskey lap.
Yep.
What day is today, though? What whiskey are we doing, Annie?
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm always ready.
Okay. We are doing Old Forrester.
What kind of Old Forrester, Ann?
We're doing, hold on, I need my spectacles. Kentucky Straight Rye, 100 proof.
Oh, you kind of stole some of my thunder. Why would, go ahead and pour them. So what's a rye whiskey, Ann?
It comes from rye, which is a grain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how they put it in the mash bill, but they put it in a mash bill.
Okay, you got to put the whiskey in the glass.
I don't want to talk, and oh boy, that was
Got
a
to
big
multitask.
Pour. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's trying to get me liquored up. Putting that 50 horsepower pour in there. All right, so a little bit of whiskey knowledge. You want to show them the bottle?
Sure.
I don't know if you did it right.
Yep, I didn't yet.
Yeah, I want to turn the label. So there you go. Oh, yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So a little bit of whiskey. We got to come up with something like whiskey knowledge. Sounds kind of weird. Like whiskeycation.
No.
Whiskey stuff. I don't know. We'll work on it.
Yeah.
We may have done more than one tonight. So mash bills. So bourbon whiskey has to be at least 51% of the mash bill has to be corn.
Yes.
So after that, it can be anything, the other 49%. Typically, you're going to see wheat or rye as the next biggest one, and then there's typically malted barley in there because malted barley has a high enzymatic coefficient. So when it goes to convert the starches to sugars, having that high enzymatic coefficient.
Yep.
And that's why malted barley is actually one of the most popular things with whiskey. There's other things you can use. So for a rye whiskey, it has to be at least...
I don't know the percentage.
51%. It's an easy test. So
I wasn't really listening.
So technically, there's no surprise. Technically, to be a rye whiskey, the mash bill of this whiskey has to be at least 51%. A lot of times, though, you'll see, if you're going to go rye, let's go all the rye.
Ha.
Thank you. So you want to see like a higher percentage of rye in the mash bill. So this one is a 65% rye, 20% malted barley, and then 15% corn. So because the corn's such a smaller percentage, I'm going to assume that there's going to be a little less sweetness to this rye.
Yeah.
So if you saw a rye whiskey that was 65 and then, 25% corn and then a smaller percentage of malted barley, it's typically going to be a sweeter rye. If you see a rye that's pushing like close to 100%, you get a 95% rye and a 5% barley, that's going to be like eating or drinking licorice.
Yeah.
At least to me. So this came out from Old Forrester a few years back, relatively new on the whiskey market. So I've had some requests here over the years for a rye whiskey. I'll be up front and say ryes are typically not my jam.
Yeah.
I don't like rye bread. I don't like black licorice. I don't like anise or anise.
Anise.
Anus?
Anise.
Yeah, anus. I don't like anus either. So that's typically what I get. So I typically stay away from it. But Old Forrester's been around for a long, long time. Interesting note about Old Forrester is they were the first distillery in the United States in 1870 to use glass bottles for their whiskey.
Oh.
Previous to that, they would sell it by the wooden keg or barrel, take it to a wine merchant or spirits merchant or tavern, and they would serve it directly from that. This is also a little known, 4 years or older, so probably not 5, but 4. And this is aged in new charred oak. So
Oh.
if you remember from yesterday when we talked about different barrels, et cetera, et cetera, hope you got a lot of good nosing notes because I've been rambling on.
Yep.
Bourbons are also aged in, bourbons and ryes, typically in new virgin barrels.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you get?
I get cinnamon with some vanilla. So a little bit like a Christmas cookie, a little bit. But I get a little floral in there too.
So the nose on this one's flat for me.
Is it?
It's not like
No.
popping.
No?
So that's what you're going to realize, like everybody's sniffer and
Yeah.
everybody's taster is a little bit different. Usually mine's right and everyone else's is wrong. But so this is, I mean, I get like a little bit of that floral that you expect to get
Yeah.
from a rye, a little bit of the black licorice, but surprisingly, like there's dark fruit
Yeah.
on the nose. Definitely some like candied apple or maybe like candied pear popping through. I think that's probably coming from
Yeah.
that new barrel. Ooh, got a little heat.
It does.
Yeah.
It's smooth
Well, I
though
mean,
on the front.
It's 50 horsepower.
Yeah. That would. Yep.
Definitely some barrel spice in that one. The oak spice coming through with it. It's like dark dried fruits popping through there. A little bit of that menthol, maybe eucalyptus.
Yeah, I'm getting cinnamon though too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Orange peel.
Gonna give us a little water.
Yeah. You can use the handy dandy water dropper that you got. I'm too lazy to reach a lot forward there. I don't know how much you're putting in, like half a squirt.
That was an exact amount for sure.
Yeah. You know, I actually went and did research to,
Yeah.
like, on a 50 horsepower, how many
Drops
drops
you should put in.
to bring it down to like
Yeah.
43%, but I forgot it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I kind of muted it a little bit.
Yeah. Smells a little bit like gingerbread.
Yeah, now more of the traditional rye spices coming out. And just so you know, the reason it's good to put a little water on your whiskey is the water kind of breaks the surface tension a little bit with the oils in the whiskey, and can release like more volatile or lighter
Yeah.
compounds. Sometimes it makes it better, sometimes it makes it worse. Just about every time it'll make it different.
Yeah. I think it's like really good. It reminds me of Christmas. It's got that kind of the cinnamon with the orange and the. That's how it.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah, it's done.
Went down the wrong pipe.
Oh.
So,
You're having a tough go.
I was surprised because the water, to me, brought out the sweetness.
Yeah.
Almost like my eyes are watering.
You're
That's
so
right.
happy.
I'm done with whiskey.
Yeah.
Can't take it anymore. We're done to day 3. You're on your own.
We're in trouble.
I like it with a little bit of water. Kind of takes the edge off of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sweetens it up a little bit. I think berries a little bit of the rye. But I think this would make an awesome old fashioned.
Oh yeah. Get some of those cherries in there and
Yeah, because a lot
Yeah.
of times you see people do like bullet rye is a good, like low end,
Yeah.
approachable. So I think this would be a good one. All right, price point on this one, $30. I think this might have been a liter bottle. It was $30. But hey, if you want to try rye, if you like rye, interested to know what you think, slap a comment below. We're supposed to be doing that, telling people to subscribe and this, that, and the other, but if you want to, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. Checking my notes here. Shout outs. Get my butt kicked. First weekend. I've been traveling too much.
Yep.
We're going to shout out to a few folks today. So SF Bob and Melissa, we're kind of messing with you. I know typically you like to be shouted out on Irish nights, but give you a little rye.
Yeah.
It's like the green reminded me of, the Green Beret Bob. So
There you go.
there you go. Eugene Vance, Julie and Trevor Porter,
Wow.
Chris McAllister, Vicky Zimmerman, and Kathy Varner.
Nice.
Happy to have you all along for the
Yeah.
ride. Some of you for quite a few years now.
Yep.
Good to have old friends back.
Yeah.
All right, Ann.
All right.
Toast us out.
May your heart stay young, the whiskey old, the bottle, or the cork loose, and the adventures bold.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.
I know we're clanging glasses. I know. That's a ride drink.
Yeah.
When the money's running low and the bar is closing, we'll just head on down the road where the spirit's flowing. When all the whiskey's gone,